Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would do another mini reviews, and now we're going to be going back to May of this year. So we're going back 6 months, and I was going to try and close the gap a little bit, kind of catch up and maybe close the gap to like 3 or 4 months, but I kind of like 6 months. Let me know down below in the comment section if you would rather me do a follow-up a little bit closer. Let me know if like what time frame you think is like a good one in terms of like usefulness. I know it's really fun to go back like a year, 2 years or whatever, just to kind of like reminisce and like see how we feel about stuff. But really for like useful kind of follow-up information, let me know what you think. So I'm going to be talking about all the things that I talked about in the month of May, and it looks like I covered quite a few things. So I think I'm going to do what I did last month for April, which was I did it in 2 parts. So if you're interested in hearing my like final review and final thoughts on products that I talked about in this past May, then just keep on watching. So in the month of May, it looks like I did 2 series. I finished up my foundation week, and it's also when I did my loose powder week. So let's start with the end of my foundation week. That's basically where May started. So the first product I actually talk about in the month of May is the Mer Reparative Skin Tint. I love this. I haven't been using it a lot lately because I do feel like I'm getting close to the bottom here, and they discontinued this. So I mean, I should just use it up. Otherwise, I'm just wasting it. But I really, really love this product. I love the way it makes my skin feel. I love the way it looks. It really is just this gorgeous, like light medium kind of coverage. It just makes my skin glow, and I have very dry skin. So I really love this product. It has an SPF 30, so it's just great. And one of my friends was actually talking to an essay at a La Mer counter, and the essay mentioned that they are coming out with a replacement for this. So hopefully they didn't ruin a good thing. Hopefully that's not just fake news and a bad rumor. When they do come out with a replacement, I am definitely going to try that out. So anyway, I do love this Mer Reparative Skin Tint still. And then I ended foundation week with a doozy. This is the Clé de Peau, the foundation. It's the one that comes in this really heavy, beautiful tub here. And this foundation is gorgeous. This is probably the most moisturizing foundation that I have. So this has like a light medium coverage. It is it's definitely, I feel like it's more like skincare. Like there's tinted moisturizer out there. This is like a tinted night cream. It's so emollient, and I would definitely not recommend this for anyone with oilier skin than dry. Even like normal, I kind of hesitate in recommending this. I think if you have normal and you use this and it works for you, I think that's great, but I don't know if I could actually recommend it because it is so moisturizing. So I have very dry skin and it works perfectly for me, but this is even a foundation that I have to like powder and set down. Otherwise, I'm just kind of like a greasy mess. So for that reason, I haven't been wearing this lately because only recently here in Vegas has it really kind of cooled down. But now that it has cooled down, I'm definitely going to be whipping this out and wearing this much more often because I really do love it. It makes your skin just look so like luminous and healthy and youthful. It's just gorgeous. It's so comfortable on the skin. I love it. So this is the Clé de Peau, the foundation, and I have it in the shade 020. So the next video I do with products that were like new to me is the Chanel Try On Haul Cruise Collection Le Beige 2018. So I talk about the Le Beige Healthy Glow color stick in number 23, and that's these like big chubby sticks that you can use like on your cheeks and your lips, kind of like a nice multi-use stick. So this is the one that I talked about. I really like these sticks from Chanel. I like the little sheen that it has. Let me just swatch that for you. And it definitely has like a bit of a powdery kind of finish. So for that reason, I really like it for my cheeks. I definitely don't use this on my lips. I find them a little bit too drying. For my cheeks, they're really pretty. And there's just this little like pretty kind of like subtle gold sheen underneath. So I do really enjoy these. I have some other colors too that I really like. But I have to admit that I have not been wearing this that often. But when I do, I really do enjoy it. And I feel like they do stay put. You know, sometimes I have that issue with cream blushes that they kind of just go away really quickly. With this, and I think probably because it has that powder finish, it actually stays put. And then, the Le Beige Healthy Glow Luminous Multicolor Powder. I love this. This I use as bronzer quite frequently. It's very powdery, and I have it in the shade medium. It is like there's a lot of kick up. So like when you dip your brush in, powder gets everywhere. It's very, very soft. It's just a really nice kind of bronzy, warm bronzy kind of shade for me. And it has, I don't know, I want to say like, kind of has like a demi-matte kind of finish. It's definitely not a flat powder, but the sheen to it is so subtle. It's really just kind of a demi-matte. Let me see if I can get a better swatch for you. That was pretty lame. So there is the powder. I don't know if you can see the sheen to it, but it's very subtle. It's really just short of not being matte. So anyway, I love this powder. Really, really beautiful. And I have been using it quite a bit. And then the eyeshadow quad that came with this collection. So this is a beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow quad. So this is the one that looks like this and it has like the ripples in there. So I really only use this quad for these 3 shades. And since this video, I have to say I probably have only used it maybe 3 or 4 times. But I do love it. The sheen to these are really, really beautiful. Very pigmented. They blend beautifully. They're just really stunning colors. So I really have been enjoying this quad. And then last but not least in what I hauled in this video is the Le Tan Chanel. And I remember, I think when I did this video, I thought that this was not useless, but it was a very, very faint kind of tan that you would get when you just sort of spritzed it over like your arm or whatever. So I remember using it after this video and I just kind of like, you know, like sprayed it all over and it gave me a lot of color. So you can definitely go heavy handed with this. And I have to say, I mean, if I had to talk about products I changed my mind about, this would be one, because really at first I was like, it's kind of useless. It's super light. And then it was like, oh, okay. Got some color there. So this is actually a pretty good like spot self tanner. I really haven't used this much, mainly because I keep thinking I'm going to self tan or, you know, I need to self tan and I buy self tanner, I buy things like this. I bought a self tanning mitt during a Sephora sale. And then I just never do because then I think like all my foundations are for like this color body. And then do I really want to bronze myself up that much with bronzing powder? Like I go through this whole mental exercise. So then I just never end up doing it. So that's totally on me. But this is kind of a great, like I just kind of, you know, my arms look a little pale or I need a little bit of color here or something. This actually would come in really, really handy. So anyway, this is a product that I changed my mind about. And then next I do a full day wear test and review on the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. So I've already given that away to Risa. I wanted to see if she would like it because we have completely different skin types. I liked the powder. I mean, I thought it was okay, but I thought it just made my skin and my face and my makeup look very heavy. And I really don't like heavy looking makeup. That's just not what I'm comfortable in. And so I just thought it was a little bit too, why is this? Sorry, the sun like moves so quickly these days and it's like, I don't know what time it is. It's almost 4 o'clock and the sun is pretty much setting. So sorry about that. I just kind of changed up my lighting. So, so the Hourglass powder, it was too heavy for me. No matter how little I used, no matter how hard I buffed it in, it just ended up looking like thick. Like you could just see it on my skin and I really don't like that. So I kind of passed that along and I know I'm in the minority there. I know some people like live for that powder, but it just didn't work out for me. And then I talk about the Kogan Do Aqua Foundation Wear Test. So they reformulated their very popular Aqua foundation. So this is the foundation, and this was sent to me actually. Kogan Do actually sent this to me to review, and I actually like their new foundation a little bit more. Also the shade that I wear, which is 123. I could pull off the old formula, but it was very like on the peachy side. It was very, very warm. So they kind of like toned it back, they cooled it off a little bit. It's a little bit more neutral leaning, so that actually works out for me even better. But the formula, so the older formula was like much more emollient looking, like right off the bat. This one, again, they kind of toned that back, but I felt like this new formulation actually looked better on your skin all day. It actually looked kind of better on my skin as the day went on, which I think is so amazing for makeup. And so, yeah, I really like this foundation. I like it more than the old formula. Still wear it very often. And then I talked about the 2 new By Terry Sun Designer palettes. So I remember that the price point of these was much lower than their predecessors. So their predecessors were like in the 80s and this was maybe in the 50s, something like that. So everyone was very skeptical. They thought, oh, the formula must suck now. They must have changed something up, but apparently it was just the packaging. And the packaging, it seems fine to me. I mean, this is kind of like a sticker. It's not actually imprinted like on the plastic. So I don't know if that takes 30 bucks off of the retail. Anyway, I found the powders to be very consistent with their older formula. The product is still made in Italy, like their old products. So I think it was just the packaging. So anyway, this is Happy Sun. This was definitely my favorite out of the two. I still use this. This top shade here is a fantastic highlight. It is so beautiful. It's really just stunning. It's so pearly. Oh, so reflective. Look at that. It just looks really wet. Yeah, and this is just so up my alley. Like all of these kind of neutrals are so beautiful. These are limited edition. I don't think that these are still available anymore, but I'll just mention this one quickly. This one is really nice as well. It's just, I don't have reason to use such bright blushes that often, and these are really pretty as well. All right, and then next I actually covered the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize Star Gold and Rose Gold. And I have to admit, I have not used these much since this month. I probably used it maybe once or twice after this video. And they're really beautiful though. Here is Star Gold, and I like Star Gold more than Rose Gold, which kind of surprised me, but here is Star Gold. Isn't that so pretty? It's like copper. And then Rose Gold, I think, is just a really beautiful, beautiful color, but I don't necessarily actually like it on my eyes. I don't know what that's about, but here is Rose Gold. You know, it's really pretty. I think it may be just too, I don't know, maybe just too close to my skin tone, so it's kind of like a but it's a beautiful, beautiful color. And I think if you have like a warmer, deeper skin tone than me, this would look gorgeous all over the lid. Ooh, and then, okay, so then I do a review on the Viseart Petite Pro 3 palette. And I'm kind of laughing to myself because I remember getting this palette, reviewing it, and thinking, you know what? This is definitely more of like a fall, winter color story to me. I have to whip it out then. And I haven't. So I'm glad I'm revisiting this month's product reviews because I need to whip this baby out. I love this one. Look at how pretty this color scheme is, but it's these kind of like greens, these really like yellowy greens, and this brown in here. And I was like, this is like fall to me. This is just screaming autumn. And this one too, that kind of like shiny wine color. It's so beautiful. I love these Petite Pro palettes. These have been indispensable for me when I travel. When I got the first one, I took that on so many trips, like every single trip that I took for the next 6 months. And I will be traveling again towards the end of the year and definitely in January. And I think I'm going to be taking this one along with me. All right, so I think I'm at about the halfway point in terms of the videos that I did in the month of May. So I'm going to stop it here. So this is part 1 of my mini reviews for the month of May. Definitely stay tuned. I'll be posting a part 2 very, very soon. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any comments down below and subscribe before you leave. I would love that. And I'll see you in my next video.